Hi there, it's Sandy, your sister and your friend. Welcome to today's video. It's been a couple of weeks since I posted something, and I'll tell you why. It's taken me a little while to get back to a new video. In the last video, I had said something towards the end of it that if I could actually get at the very deepest level the fact that I am one with everything and with every person and every living thing and everything that's not a living. If I could actually get that at the deepest level, that I feel like everything would I would know what a divine creation that I am, and that I am still one with my Father, and nothing has ever changed from me being in one in union with my Creator. And I would understand that for everything that I am one with, and that all pain and suffering would disappear when that really became my reality. And I truly believe that that's what the ascended masters all believed at the very deepest part of themselves. And so I said in this video that that's still my goal. So I put that out to the universe as my request. This is something I wanted to have, and I'm still doing A Course in Miracles. And that the next day after I had put this video out, I had was doing a lesson, and the lesson was about that when we ask our Creator for something, we ask to have a question answered, that He always responds, or she always responds, but we always get an answer, and it may not show up in the way that we're expecting it, but that we can be ready to know that we're going to get an answer when we ask the question. And that when we want more of God, God is always going to answer by giving us more of God. And so these two things came together for me, a legitimate asking, a great desire of my heart, and what I really wanted, which was to know the oneness of myself with all things. So that morning, after I did my workbook lesson in A Course in Miracles, I went into the office. I was actually kind of early, and I was waiting for people to get up in the house to wake up. So I just closed my eyes and thought, I'll just sit here and just be quiet in this time while I'm waiting for other people to stir. I'd already had quiet time with the Lord, which is where I had done this Course in Miracles lesson. So I was sitting there, and I felt like I was in kind of not asleep, but in this ethereal world or place, and I got this sense. I'm sitting in an office in a chair, in a recliner chair, and I'm looking in my mind. I'm looking across the room at a desk that my husband and I share. And he was in the room with me, sitting on the other side of a lamp table between us. But I looked across at this desk in my mind now, and I could see the edges, what seemed like that the edges of the desk became softer, like they weren't firm edges. They were very rounded now in my mind. And it was such a startling thing to see in my mind's eye that I opened up my eyes to see what was going on. And it seemed that the entire desk now, everything about it became much less physical, but it became, everything about it, it was like, it was a pixelated image of what the desk would look like if I was seeing it in spirit form. And even to the point that the subatomic particles that make up this desk were moving as you might think, that you might see in a movie, where they're trying to connote that something has lost its physical substance. And when I looked to my right and I looked at the table between where my husband and I were sitting, it also became this pixelated image and was soft and not hard surfaced anymore. And I looked over at my husband, and he was the very same way. And I knew if he was like that I was like that as well. So everything became this sense of being divine energy. Like that's how I was actually seeing it now in, I don't know if I was looking actually with my physical, my eyes were open, it seems, whether I was seeing with my physical eyes or seeing with my spirit eyes of the oneness, the divine energy that made up everything that I was looking at in that room, including myself. And what happened as a result of seeing things as the same, whether they were living or not living, is that I got this real sense of them loving me, like that this desk was loving me. It was reaching out to me in this loving way. And I started loving this desk. I was appreciating what this desk has done for me and holding up a place, giving me a place to write, giving me a place to hold a container with pens and pencils, and to giving me a smooth surface. Like all of a sudden, I became very conscious of being grateful for this desk, and that I was loving this desk in response to this desk loving me, that the divine energy of this desk was calling to me, and my heart was responding to it because we were the same energy, the very same experience with this with the lamp table between us, and then also obviously with my husband, and this great sense of gratitude and love, just this unconditional love, and feeling this unconditional love coming back towards me. And it made me think about, there's a verse in the New Testament says, talking about God, it says, in him we live and move and have our being. And I was thinking, I always thought, okay, so we move, it means we walk around on the earth. But maybe it also means, perhaps, that in him, in God, in God's divine energy, we are, these subatomic particles are moving. As I say, everything in this pixelated view that I was seeing, everything was moving really fast and on a very microscopic level. And maybe that's in him we live and move, because we are energy, we are divine energy, and we're showing up in this material form, but in our essence, everything is divine energy. That's what I got out of this vision and this sense of being one. And it just made my heart so full of this sense of God answering my request, my prayer, to know the oneness of everything, and that this oneness leads to this appreciation and this deep sense of unconditional love, of being loved by God unconditionally, and feeling that that's how my heart wants to respond to that. So I wanted to share that with you. That was one experience I had. I'm going to do a couple more videos about something happened the next day after that, but I just wanted to put this one out first. But I wanted to live with this for a little bit before sharing it with you. And that's kind of what I want to do for everything, just to test it out in my own life before I bring it full front to you. So I love you so much. Thank you for listening. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. Tell me about any mystical experiences that you've had where God has answered your prayer in such a direct way, maybe unexpected way, but in a way that you know that he or she, however you view God, the divine creator, however, again, to know that you are being heard. All right, sweethearts, I love you so much. Go and be blessed. Bye-bye.